Alright, so Insomniac is trying really hard to sell me on this game by showing off all the costumes and... What the heck, man? That is supposed to sell me on this game?
No thanks, bro.
What's up, Space Pirates? This is your Admiral, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster, and we are now in the month or so lead up to the release of a new PlayStation exclusive, namely, we are looking at Wolverine from Insomniac, and naturally, this means that for the next few weeks, we will incessantly hear PlayStation and their shills go out of their way to ask the only question that they actually give a shit about.
Got any money?
Just like with any other major AAA game release, there is a massive marketing campaign that is now underway from PlayStation, which is being undermined by two pretty glaring problems. The first problem is that a large segment of the gaming community is just plain pissed off at PlayStation right now for their move to cancel physical discs. For a lot of people, there is almost nothing this company can do right now that will not result in them attacking the hell out of this company and this game. But then there is another issue that is damaging the game, the fact that, especially for a AAA title where they are asking $70 or $80 for the deluxe edition, well, it just doesn't look very good, no matter how the game journalist shills try to sell it to us as the next big thing.
Don't you want it?
No.
Don't you want it?
No, man.
You want it?
Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Okay, so I'm going to show you something in a moment here that the Wolverine game is using to try to entice people to buy their deluxe edition, but I warn you that this is about the cringiest thing I have ever seen, and I need to prepare you ahead of time so that you aren't caught off guard by the sheer mind-blowing hilarity of what it is that they are trying to sell you with. If you end up laughing so hard that you hurt yourself, I don't want to be held responsible. Hopefully that gets you into the proper mental headspace required to withstand this cringiness. With that disclaimer out of the way, the other day I used this as a thumbnail for a video where I was talking about this game. I saw this image of Wolverine on social media and I thought it was hilarious, but little did I know that this basic concept was actually in the freaking game, as you can see here. Yes, folks, they are trying to use this image as a selling point for the deluxe edition of the game. This is an actual costume that you can get by purchasing the deluxe edition, and it looks like the legit SOY version of Wolverine. Seriously, look at these two images and try to spot the difference.
They're the same picture.
With that said, the game journalists have been doing their damnedest to try to defend Wolverine and Insomniac. Several days ago, they wrote a series of articles talking about how gamers are just big meanies because we're picking on Wolverine. Apparently, they didn't like how that only added fuel to the fire, making us laugh at their weakness. Now, we have an interview that's come out from the game director where he's trying to convince us that actually they're glad to have the controversy. That stuff doesn't bother them. They are saying anything they can think of to try to get people to purchase this game.
Yeah, all right, I'll see you guys there.
Alright, me hearties, the marketing for Wolverine is in full swing, and there is plenty to make fun of as they try their damnedest to convince us to open our wallets. This post here actually came out a while ago, but it's been making the rounds on social media again. I suspect that Insomniac paid to have it boosted on X, but it says, "Ain't much for blood, gore, and cursin'. Marvel's Wolverine includes violence, visibility, and profanity toggles via the game settings." And let me just throw this one out there. If you are not a fan of blood, gore, and cursin', then you are one of two things. You are either a child, and depending on your maturity level, you may have no business playing a game like this anyhow, or you are not a fan of Wolverine. I shouldn't have to explain this to anyone, but blood, gore, and cursing are pretty integral parts of the stories that Logan is in. If you don't like that stuff, then why would you even play the game? But, like I said, the marketing machine is in full swing right now. We've got the bought and paid for shills doing their best to sell you on this product, and I'm going to show you a clip from the influencer Shroud, who was, as you may remember, one of the leading voices several months ago for the game Marathon, claiming that that was the coolest thing ever. This dude appears to have sold his soul to PlayStation. But also keep in mind, as you watch the clip that I'm about to show you, that this is the same guy who was publicly campaigning against Claire Obscure Expedition 33 last year, saying that game absolutely did not deserve to win the Game of the Year award. The dude has practically zero credibility at this point, at least in my mind, but here he is trying to convince all of you to shell out $70 for this slop.
A big thank you to PlayStation for sponsoring this video, because somehow I managed to get a sneak peek of the upcoming Marvel's Wolverine game. And let me tell you, gamers and Marvel fans are in for a real treat. I convinced Insomniac to let me take a look around the studio, including checking out the motion capture room. Also got to see some sets from the game, including the Princess Bar. And then finally, I got my hands on the game.
Alright, it's time to play.
The game is brutal, visceral, really makes you feel like the Wolverine. Insomniac is so good at that, making you feel like that character. I can't wait to play it, and I'm so pumped. You should be too, because Marvel's Wolverine is out September 15th, exclusively on the PlayStation 5.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not convinced. In any case, let's take a look now at this article here from the outlet The Gamer, where they interviewed the director of Wolverine. A few days ago, this post here was being paraded around by game journalists as proof that gamers are big meanies who need to leave the defenseless corporation alone. Now, the director is trying to put on a more macho facade, I guess. Someone in their PR department informed this dude that the target audience for this game is dudes, apparently. And guys don't much care for being wimpy about things like this. Anyhow, the article says here, in an exclusive interview with The Gamer, Wolverine game director Mike Daly pointed out that Insomniac is pretty used to online backlash since it comes with the territory. Back when Marvel's Wolverine was first announced, it was widely considered to be one of the most exciting PlayStation games on the horizon. Insomniac had already more than proven itself with Spider-Man, and everyone couldn't wait to see what the studio would do with a more violent and mature character. You'd think that excitement would only grow over time, but that's strangely not quite the case for a number of reasons, including PlayStation's physical release situation that Insomniac has been caught in the middle of, and a more linear gameplay style. Wolverine is facing fierce backlash online. Luckily, game director Mike Daly doesn't seem too worried about it at all. Daly said that the backlash is something that Insomniac is pretty used to, and that it's a good problem to have when fans are so passionate. Insomniac and Daly also know from their time with Spider-Man that they can make a great game that a lot of people love, and that some will still find stuff to complain about. Well, I just gotta say that you guys at Insomniac need to pick a persona. Either you are unfazed by people giving you shit and you're all totally used to it, or, as your communications director himself wrote the other day, social media is all just negativity that's a relentless onslaught that cannot be good for anyone's mental health, and in my view, I suspect that this quote here from the other day is the actual truth. I suspect that this is how Insomniac feels. But it was met with derision by the prospective audience, so they decided to change their tone and put out this puff piece interview with a willing shill partner in The Gamer, where they tried to make it look like this is just a rugged, rough and tumble crew over at Insomniac who don't give a crap if you have anything negative to say. Well, I've seen pics of their game, pics like this, so it's pretty hard to imagine that this is correct. These people seem softer than a baby's ass. Anyhow, make sure to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. And if you are already subscribed, make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. Lots of people tell me all the time they've been unwillingly unsubscribed, and also don't forget to follow me over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster1. But I'm gonna leave it there. What do you make of the Wolverine marketing thus far? Drop your thoughts on all this into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching me, hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.